it's just like, what are we even doing here? To be fair, I know what I'm doing here. I'm here to talk about the latest EXO album, and I've brought with me a friend. This is Love Me Right. This is what one might call a good album, an enjoyable album. That's not what this experience is. That's not what this experience is. This experience is, frankly, psychological warfare. But first, some housekeeping. Hello. I'm Simon. About 8 months ago now, I made a monstrosity, also known as a 4-hour and 45-minute deep dive into EXO and their entire history, and I talked about all their albums. It was a great time. I'll put it in the description. You can watch it if you want to. But let's just say I was very excited. As someone who made a 4-hour and 45-minute deep dive into EXO, I was very excited when they announced they were releasing a new album. And then they released the new album. We'll get to it in a second, I promise. But first, I just need to cover my bases, because I know how EXO fans are. So I just want to make it abundantly clear. Everything I say in this video is my opinion, okay? You can disagree with all of it. You can think this is the best album that ever existed in the history of mankind, and that's totally fine. I do have concerns about you, but that's fine, because music is subjective, and that is great. Alrighty, now that that's out of the way, we can begin. And of course, we have to begin with the title track, Crown. And I have a question. Who did this? Who's responsible for this? I just want to talk, but that talk is gonna end in bloodshed. It's not even that this song is that bad, right? It's not that it's that irredeemable as an EXO song. It's that you put on Call Me Baby. You put on Love Me Right. You even put on, like, Monster. And then you put on Crown, and it's like, I don't know those guys. And I don't want to know those guys. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a bit mean. This song's not that bad. It's really not. I actually really like the pre-chorus, and the bridge is stunning. I will give it its flowers where it deserves it. But the problem is that this song is loud. And I don't know about you personally, but for me, as someone who got into EXO in 2015, when I think of EXO, I don't think of loud. I don't think of shouting. Like, not to disparage anyone, but this feels like a 127 song. Right, like, this feels like a song that 127 would have made and would have released, except for the fact that NCT 127 is on hiatus, so they put it on an EXO album, and here we are. Big picture, it's not good, but it's not bad either. Like, if we're being honest, this is not the worst EXO song. This isn't even the worst EXO title, if we're being quite realistic. I can think of at least 2 that are worse than this one, but, like, this isn't EXO. Moving on. Next, we have Back It Up, and I take it all back. Crown is the perfect song, because Back It Up is EXO's worst song. I vividly recall when they performed this at the Melon Music Awards, I, like, sent the clip to the bestie, and I was like, girl, it's so over, because this is the kind of music you make when you kick out all your main vocals, and indeed it is so over, because this is the kind of music you make when you kick out all your main vocals. This song, frankly, has no redeeming qualities to me. For example, the chorus is quite literally just them shouting "back it up" over and over and over again. And here's the thing. This is made in a lab to piss me off. This was made in active, like, malice, okay? Because I'm on record as not liking an overly repetitive chorus. I've said this many times. If you have an overly repetitive chorus, I am inclined to dislike it more. And then you add on to that I hate shouting in music. I don't want to be shouted at. And then you suddenly have what is essentially multiple minutes of EXO just screaming "back it up" in my ears. Actually, I lied. The song does have one thing going for it, which is that I like the second verse. I think the second verse is pretty good. The issue is you have to get through so many back it ups to get to that second verse. It's not worth it. And as a whole, this song is an instant skip for me. Our next song is going to be Crazy. And here's the thing with this song. It's actually pretty good for this album. For this album, it's actually pretty good. Don't put it up against classic EXO. The main thing the song has going for it is that I like the beat. I think the beat is actually pretty good. I think it's good music. I also like that Kyungsoo sounds extra good on here. Maybe it's that they knew that they had, like, 2 passable songs on this album, and they said we need to have Kyungsoo at least turn it up for one of them. Big picture in general, I do like it. I think it's a good song for this album. Like, it's one of the dancier songs on here, which does a lot of the lifting for it for this album. But at the same time, I don't think it's a song I'd ever seek out. I mean, this album's been out for like 2 weeks now, and I've yet to seek it out. So yeah, not ideal. Moving on, Suffocate. So Suffocate is the best song on this album. And it's not even kind of close. There's one actual good song on this album, and it's this one. This song is actually good. I like the beat. The chorus is good. It's a cool song. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how this song is on par with even the 5th best song on Exodus, but it is good, right? Like, that's what we're taking as our baseline now. This is a good song. The chorus is actually really strong, if you ask me. I really like how the music cuts out at the start and then builds back up. Like, that does something to my brain. I do also like the verses, though. Chano does his, like, more sung rap style, which does really work for him, and I would say I want him to do it more, but, I don't know if I could say I want more EXO music after this. But as far as this song goes, I think it's good. It's the strongest on the album to me, at the very least. It's my favorite song on this album, by which I mean I've actually come back to it and listened to it more than like 3 times, which on this album is unfortunately all we can ask for. Okay, next up is Moonlight Shadows, and this is our first example of a song that I would say I should be crazy about, right? There's a couple on this album. This is our first one that I should be feral about, because it's our R&B inspired song. I'm on record as loving when EXO sings. I love when EXO makes R&B inspired music. I should be climbing up the walls, except there's a certain lacking element. Here's the thing. I can understand why, after refusing to acknowledge 2 of your 3 main vocals, you would make a song like Back It Up. I get that psychologically. What I don't understand is why you wouldn't, like, this song is just missing them, okay? Baekhyun and Jongdae have very distinctive voices and are also 2 of the 3 main vocals. You suddenly notice their absence really quickly when you're listening to this song. I'm not saying this is, like, a bad song. It's fine. It's a fine song. But it's not, like, you put it on in the background and it's a fine experience. But this just isn't EXO. Anyway, next is Back Pocket, and I actually kind of like it. I think it's pretty good. I shockingly have no complaints about it, but I don't think it's great. It's kind of just a nice, chill song. I like the restrained pop vibes. I like the pre-chorus. The chorus does kind of piss me off, but, like, it's fine. It's a nice song. That's kind of all I got. It's a good song. I think it's pretty good. I enjoyed my time listening to it. I never intend to seek it out again. I will not say it's groundbreaking, but this isn't a real EXO album to me, so I can't hold it to the same standards. Okay, next we have Touch and Go. It's fine. It's so incredibly fine, it's almost painfully fine. It does have its moments. I think the verses are pretty solid. The chorus does start to piss me off. I also don't like the music very much, but, like, it's fine. We have reached the penultimate song, which is Flatline. Do I make a joke about praying for death? My instinct is no, but EXO's quality has flatlined, because this is another example of a song I should be feral about, and it's fine. Like, I'm so sorry. This is a soft rock ballad from EXO, of all groups. I should be inconsolable. I should be literally crouched in the corner of the ceiling like a haunted being. I should be losing my whole mind. And it's fine. This is another song where Baekhyun and Jongdae's vocals are severely missing, because what are we even doing here? Okay, we made it. Last song, the pre-release, I'm Home. I'm not home. I don't know where I am. This isn't home, because what are we doing here? Like, this is our ballad off the album, and it's a fine ballad. It's a very soft ballad that leaves me feeling nothing, and that's not what I come to EXO ballads for. Like, had To Us or Z-Bone or something, like a different group that I don't have EXO level standards for, made this ballad, I think it's nice. I think it's sweet. I think it's good. However, this is EXO. EXO made Miracles in December. EXO made Don't Go. EXO made Promise 2014. I don't care about this song. Okay, that's all the songs, that's all my thoughts. Now we get to give it a score. Realistically, if I were to be perfectly honest, this is like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 album. It's a fine album. It's fine. Every song on it, but like two of them are fine. But I'm mad, so it's getting a 4. What the fuck was this? I live in the United States of America. I live in the bright shining land of exploitative capitalism. And I have never in my life experienced a product that was so overtly capitalistic in my entire time as a human being. What was this? Why are we here? Like, forget tarnishing a legacy. This was actively offensive to me. Okay? Like, if you were to come to me 2 months ago and you were to be like, Simon, as the reigning EXO expert, what is their worst album? I would tell you their worst 2 albums are Obsession and Exist. And the difference is Obsession and Exist are still EXO albums, right? Like, they still have great songs on them because they're EXO albums. And then there's this album. This album has 2 songs that are good and one that I think is like pretty good. And that's about it. There are 3 passable songs on here, and I've saw 1 out since finishing this album for the first time. Other than making this video, I've listened to this album like 3 times, and there's 1 song I've listened to more than that. This isn't an EXO album. So yeah, it's getting a 4 out of 10. It's evil. This is the album equivalent of just evil. I want it stricken from the records. I want it pulled off streaming. I want us all societally to be able to pretend this album never existed. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can like and subscribe, or you can not do those things. I don't make money off this channel, which is really nice for me because it means that I don't care about numbers or metrics. I don't have to care because I don't make money. So you can like and subscribe if you want to, or you cannot, because I'll be fine either way. In the description, I will put a playlist that has all my EXO reviews. For the record, I do enjoy most EXO albums, so if you want to hear me like praise things, go watch really any of the others, and you'll get that. I will also put down there my aforementioned 4-hour and 45-minute deep dive into EXO, where I talk about all of their albums. I'm very positive to most of them. I also talk a lot about their solo albums, which I have a lot of thoughts about. I talk about everything. It's a long video. It's 4 hours and 45 minutes. You can watch it if you're brave. But other than that, yeah. Thank you again for watching. Bye!